God bless you. Greetings on Palm Sunday. This is March 30th / April 12th. March 30th on the church calendar and April 12th on Joe's garage calendar. And we are going into Holy Week. So these are the announcements by video for you. I'm sure Father Nicholas gave announcements at the end of the live stream, but if you didn't listen to it or it's inconvenient to go all the way to the end of it, then here you are. We've already announced the Holy Week and Bright Week services. Go to the main page, orthodox.net, and you'll see a link for it. You can also go to orthodox.net/calendar, and you will see the Google Calendar, which has everything in there. So everything is going to be live streamed, except for the Agape Vespers and the Paschal Blessing of Baskets and Fellowship, and the Bright Week Vespers services. I thought they were going to be live streamed, maybe not. So he says they'll be held over Zoom, maybe. But look at the main page and you'll be able to see the link for all the services. Print it out and know that every time that there's a service this week, just about, there's a live stream. You go to youtube.com/orthodoxnet/live. ORTHODOXNET/LIVE. While you can't all be present in church, we can observe this Holy Week by prayer, by looking at live streams, by looking at services and reading them, and remembering the events of the day. I think you should all try to read the Gospel. There's a tradition in the church. We read it in the church, but I like to read it at home. Of all three of the first Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and about a half of St. John's Gospel. And then the rest of it's read on Holy Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we read all the Gospels. Try to do that. If you're not working, if you're at home, that's a whole lot better than whatever's on Netflix or whatever else, or finding out what crazy things some politician said. I guarantee you, if a politician said it, it's probably crazy. Why don't you read the Gospel? That's not crazy. That's actually about the truth. So read the Gospel and live stream the services. Pray when you're live streaming. Don't take a cup of coffee and sit on your couch. Pray the service just like you would be in the church, with the exception of don't go get a drink of water every 20 minutes. That's a joke. It's wonderful to see how our little community has handled this crisis. We've got little Zoom meetings between the brotherhood and the sisterhood and things like that. We've had paracleses that are by Zoom meetings so everybody can listen, so we can have a choir remote and the priest in the temple. This is fantastic. We're coming together as a community. Remember that people might have difficulties that maybe they haven't told you about them. So keep your eyes open and your ears open and be ready to lend a hand to people that might have needs. We've already had some things like that happen. Someone in our community is very sick, and we're praying for him, and we're providing some material help as well. God bless this community. This is very important. This is such an opportunity for grace. I have to say something. Somebody told me about this, and I don't want to name names or anything because I don't want to, put anybody out there. But this person was saying about how so many opportunities for communion and they weren't taken, and now communion's not so available. This is a great opportunity to learn from this, to have greater grace. If a person can have that lesson, that there were times when communion was available every Sunday, right? Every service that we serve the liturgy, and I didn't take advantage of it because I had this to do and that to do, and I didn't go to church and I didn't prepare, blah, blah, blah. Well, those days are over, right? You can't remake history. It's all done. But you can make a difference now. So the next time that we have communion available for all, you should show up. You should prepare. You should come to communion. Really, nobody in the church has a good reason to not be going to communion as often as they're physically capable of doing it. It's just laziness. It's just laziness and also a lack of understanding of how holy the Holy Communion is. We call it Holy Communion, and yet it's something that we just are very casual about. Casual about preparing for it, casual about whether we go to the service or not, etc. Well, now it's taken away. And we have an opportunity for more grace than if we were having communion. I believe that with all of my heart. And I'm sure that my bishop would agree with me, because this is an opportunity for us to be Christian during difficult circumstances. And then, when the circumstances are less difficult, continuing to be Christians, learning something from this. We've also had online Sunday school classes, all kinds of stuff. My wife is doing one upstairs right now. Confession is available for those who need it over the phone or video call. I did like 7 or 8 last night. Contact one of us, either me, Father Seraph, or Father Nicholas. Find out when we're available. We do a Mighty Mites collection every week. We're still doing them. There are more challenges now since the church is closed and people might be bringing their pennies and their quarters and the things that are in their couch cushions, and the kids bring them up and put them in the container. Well, we're not doing that now, right? So you have to take the initiative to give to Mighty Mites electronically. We've set up a PayPal link. It's on the front page. Use it. This week it is for our own parishioners in this challenging time. I've actually gotten some donations, over $500 in donations, plus some gift cards from a food store for those who might have those needs. And we can always take care of our own. So that's what it's for. So give to Mighty Mites. This week it will go towards the Benevolence Fund. And you know, we're coming upon hard times. This is not yet really hard times. The times are going to get harder. So we as a community need to pull together for one another. And if you have anybody you know that needs assistance, please tell Father Nicholas or myself. If you really want them to get assistance, tell Father Nicholas. The reason why is because he'll keep track of it better than me. But I'll do my best. So God bless you. May you have a very fruitful Holy Week. Time of learning. A time of opening your heart to God and feeling grace from God more than you ever have before. I not only believe this is possible, I think this is exactly what God wants for us at this point in time. God bless you. Help you in all things.